Fighters Only Television here in Nottingham, England, ahead of this weekend's UFC on Field TV 5 event, which features Stefan Struve and Stipe Miocic in the headline slot. And standing next to me is a man that some of you will know, especially if you've been watching mixed martial arts and Vale Tudo for some years, Mr. Bob Schriber. Bob, thanks very much for joining us. And how are you feeling?
I'm good. Yeah.
You're always happy. You're probably one of the happiest guys I ever see wandering around, and it's strange because when I used to watch you in the ring, you were so aggressive and so violent, for want of a better word. And outside of it, you're so happy. You're a generally happy person.
There are two different things, you know. When you climb in the ring or the cage, you have to do your thing, you know. And outside of the ring, it's something else, you know. I always be polite and always be friendly because I think that's the best way to treat other people. That's it's my opinion.
You know, now that I'm standing this close to you, when you stop smiling, you look scary. You know, you've got kind of frightening look at you. Yeah. Let's move on. We're here with Stefan. Stefan's headlining this weekend, and you've been looking after Stefan, I think, since he was 14 years old. Yeah. So you've watched him grow, not just physically, obviously, but as a fighter, and you've kind of shaped him. What's your overall feeling on how Stefan's career has gone, and Stefan as a fighter and as a talent?
It's a very difficult question. He's very tall, and that's a very handy indication in the ring, I think. And he's going 100% for his sport, you know. He's not drinking in the weekend, he's not making fun. Yeah, he's making fun on his own way, but not in a bar or something, some strange things. He's very serious with his diet, he's very serious with his training. It's his job, it's not his hobby, but it's his job. And I think that's the secret of Stefan, he takes it 100% serious.
Right. It's interesting because, like, you're a short, stocky guy and your fighting style was kind of different to what Stefan employs. And has it been challenging for you as a coach to work with a guy who's got such a different body type to you?
No, not at all. But I never take my whole career serious, you know. It was one big joke for me, you know. I drink in the weekend, and another weekend I take a fight, you know. I never take it serious, you know. And a lot of things changed. The MMA has changed a lot in a positive sense, I think. And when you want to come with them, you know, you have to change also, and I changed also.
Why do you think that you never took your career serious? Because I mean, you had some serious moments, you know, fights like Vanderlei Silva and people like this. And was it because there wasn't so much money in the sport, so it wasn't worth taking serious, or were you just like young and crazy?
No, it was not much money. It was a sort of hobby for me, you know. I liked fighting, and that's it. And all the things in my life, I doesn't take anything serious, because when you go too serious in something, and when you spoil it, you know, you are disappointed. Your disappointment is very high. I always take everything with a sort of joke. Even Stefan, I take Stefan also with a sort of joke.
So, coaching Stefan, is he like the main guy or the only guy that you're coaching? Like, are you putting all your time into him?
No. I'm taking everybody who's participating in my gym. You know, you get to go 100% for him. Even when one is not fighting and participate in tournaments, you know, you also have to take him. You know, you have to learn him, and everybody in my gym, I go 100% for him, and the UFC is behind Stefan's name, but I take everybody serious in my gym. Stefan not more than somebody else.
You know, what's always interested me about Stefan is he doesn't come out of, like, you know, what you would call a jiu-jitsu gym or a jiu-jitsu background, but he's been submitting black belts for years, like Mario Psicata and, you know, high-level guys. He's really, really good jiu-jitsu. And would you say that, like, have you brought him up to be a submission specialist or an all-round guy?
No, I'm not a submission specialist in fighting, but I can explain it very good, if you know what I mean. I can learn it, but I'm not a very good ground fighter, but I can explain it to somebody very good. That's what I think. Most of my guys are very good on the ground, and most of the guys ended their fights on the ground. I don't know how that happened. I was more a brawler. Not even a brawler, but not very technical fighter. Yeah.
And I guess being out there in Holland, he must have like some good kickboxers too, because we all know that Holland's got that really high K1 level pedigree, right?
Yeah, that's true. He's training on other gyms also with some very good K1 fighters, and I think that's very good to be a Dutch guy. You know, kickboxing is real Dutch.
Yeah. Did you ever send him to? I don't know. In your part of Holland, you've got like what Mike's gym, Shakuriki, play anywhere like this?
No, we train on Musa gym, and he's very technical and very good kickboxing teacher. But I think when you train there, one trainer tells you the color yellow, the other one tells green, the other one tells brown, you know. It's getting really messy in your mind. And he's very satisfied with the camp he has now, you know. And I think he do not have to look any further. So it feels good for him, you know, it feels good for me.
Well, Stefan's just been training in America, right?
Yeah. Sometimes he trains in LA on Anthony Hardom gym. Sometimes.
So Anthony, of course, is a fellow Dutch guy and a K1 veteran.
He's a friend of mine also. And,
yeah. Cool. So just to finish, if we look at how Stefan's career has kind of gone, because obviously I've been watching Stefan since he was fighting in Liverpool and elsewhere in the UK, and you know his career went up like this, and he had like a bit of a setback with the Santos and stuff, and now he seems like he's on his way back up, moving steady. He's becoming physically bigger. Yeah. You know, sometimes we forget he's only 24 years old, 12 fights in the UFC, very experienced for his age. Yeah. So, do you get the feeling that he's on a kind of a slow, steady progression to the top? He's in no rush?
No, we are not in a rush. He's very young, you know, and when we can't do it this or next year, we can try it again in about 3 years, you know, because he's very young. We're not in a hurry, you know. No, we take our time.
Like all Dutch people, very relaxed. A very relaxed culture, I've noticed. You know what I don't understand, right? I used to live in Holland. I used to live in a place called Sittard, down south. Oh, yeah. And the Dutch is like, they're probably the nicest people I've ever met in the world. But
serious?
Okay, I think they're really nice, yeah. I found them very nice. Compliment. And yet they produce some of the most aggressive fighters and like the best strikers and stuff. It seems strange to me, you know?
Yeah.
I never quite understood that.
Yeah.
Any idea why?
No, not really. But in every sport we are quite alright, you know, in football, and we have a very good rugby team, we have some very good tennis players and skaters. I don't know.
Not so many mountain climbers. Holland's kind of flat.
Yeah, that's true.
Cool, alright Bob, thanks very much for talking to us. Always nice to see you, man.
Okay, you're welcome.
Thanks a lot.